Hello, I'm deaf. I am profoundly deaf. And my parents, they didn't know I was deaf till I was about 18 months old. And my parents' world was completely shattered. Because hearing society's look on deafness is very negative. My doctor, he told them to go to a specialist, and that specialist said I should not learn sign language. It will make me isolated from hearing culture, and I have to learn to speak and lip read to be involved in hearing culture. So I grew up to speak and lip read, and I tried to fit in with hearing culture, but that was a challenge, and it was very frustrating. Communication was definitely not 100% accessible. And when I was 3 years old, I spoke my first word, boat. My parents were driving, and I yelled, "Boat!" That must be why I have a 29-foot boat. Looking back, I think my parents realized that the doctors really didn't understand how important sign language was for deaf people. It's so important for deaf babies to have that first language that's so natural. It's visual for them to develop that language. And they can learn to speak and lip read later. And that's what's most important about a deaf baby having that language. And I'm 53 years old, and I'm proud that I'm deaf. And I love sign language. It has opened a whole nother world for me, more than before. I cherish sign language and the history and deaf culture and the deaf community. And we know that we're not disabled. It's our language. It's part of who we are. We can do everything the same as you guys. We have successful deaf lawyers, deaf doctors, scientists, teachers, college professors, athletes, actresses, and we even have a deaf lawyer and reception in the White House. When I was talking about culture, what did I mean by that? I cherish the culture. And it's just the same as any other culture. Spanish, Black culture. And we cherish our language just the same as they would. And it's our deaf culture and our deaf language. So, I'm going to give you some examples of part of our deaf culture. I can be pretty blunt. If you come up to me, I will say, "Hey, you've gained weight. What happened?" And hearing people don't do that. "Oh, you look good. You got a bad haircut, or your clothes look weird. What happened? What's wrong?" Hearing people are nice. It's culturally nice. "You look good." It's nice to be honest. We tend to be very nitpicky or focus on details. And if somebody died, I'll be like, "What happened?" and ask all these questions. But hearing culture, you'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, somebody passed." If I have a hearing student come into my classroom and they say, "Hey, sorry I'm late," that's it. But if a deaf student comes in my classroom, "Hey, I was late, sorry, you know why? Because there was traffic and there's an overturned truck and the cops showed up, the ambulance, and I had to drive through it," and they will go on and on for 2-3 minutes. And then say, "Sorry, I'm late." That's part of our culture. Something that we value information sharing.